Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hope you're all well. Hope your Ramadan is going well. Hope your fast today was good. People are just finishing iftar and getting ready for Isha and Taraweeh. So give them a couple of minutes for them to join us, inshallah, and we can make a start. Today, as you might have gathered from the title, will be the start of the Surah Mulk series. Surah Mulk is quite short in comparison to the surahs that we've done in the past, previously anyway. Surah Mulk has a total of 30 ayahs and is made up of 2 rukus. 30 ayahs and 2 rukus. The first ruku, which we are doing today, has 14 ayat. 14 ayat. And also, we are also going through a new rule today. So the rule that we are going to go through is the rule of idgham. Previously, I've spoken about ghunna in the most simplest form, with the noon with the shadda or the meme with the shadda, and then you hold on to the meme or noon sound. And then we moved on to the noon sakin rules, when the noon has a sukun, or either the noon will have a sukun, or you will see a tanween, which is the doubling of a haraka, whether it's zabar, 2 zabars, 2 zairs, 2 pesh, 2 fatah, 2 dhamma, 2 kasra. They are known as tanween, and it makes an end sound. Assalamu alaikum to those people that are joining me. So when you have, wa alaikum assalam, when you have the doubling of a haraka, which is known as a tanween or a noon sakin, this applies to 4 rules. We worked on the first rule, which is called iqlab or qalb, when a ba comes immediately after the noon sakin or tanween, and there are a certain number of applications that we've spoken about quite extensively in the previous live sessions. Yesterday I was on Facebook Live and we finished Surah Rahman. Today we are starting with Surah Mulk. Surah Mulk, and the first ruku of Surah Mulk, there will be 5 examples of idgham. But just before I move on to the surah itself, I will just like to explain briefly what idgham is. Idgham is when you assimilate the sound of the noon into, or the letter itself, into the following letter. So when you have a noon sakin or any letter with a tanween, then immediately after you have one of 6 letters. One of 6 letters. And these 6 letters are ya, ra, mim, lam, waw, and noon. Ya, ra, mim, lam, waw, and noon. They are often put together in a sort of together, coupled into a word. It becomes yarmalun. The whole 6 letters are made into a word called yarmalun in Arabic. So these 6 letters, ya, ra, mim, lam, waw, noon, any one of them that come after a noon sakin or a tanween, you will move the noon sound. The noon letter will go straight into the one of the 6 letters that come after, and there will be no noon sound remaining at all. But 4 of those letters, now the rule splits into 2 separate rules. One form of the rule is when it is with ghunna, and one is without ghunna. The without ghunna letters are when it is a ra and a lam after the noon sakin or tanween. If I'm moving slightly fast, don't worry, inshallah, within the examples, both types will be explained, and we will be looking at further examples of this in the next live session also. So if you're troubled by the pace of the rule and the complexity of it, then don't worry too much about it, inshallah. With the rules, everything might become clear. So when the noon sakin or a tanween is followed by a ra or a lam, then you just move straight into the ra and lam, and you don't apply ghunna. But when there is a ya, mim, waw, or noon, ya, mim, waw, or noon, the rest of the 4 letters that are remaining, then ghunna is also applied. So we will do an example, inshallah, once we've covered the reading of the first ruku of Surah Mulk. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I have given you some time to get your mushafs out, and Surah Mulk is the 67th surah, and it is found in Juz 29, right at the start of Juz 29. So, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير إن الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير وأسروا قولكم أو اجهروا به إنه عليم بذات الصدور ألا يعلم من خلق وهو اللطيف الخبير صدق الله العظيم. So that was, alhamdulillah, the reading of the first ruku, the first 14 ayahs of Surah Rahman. In this time we are joined by a couple of people. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. We are also joined by my sister from Saudi Arabia. Though there is a time difference, she has still taken her time out and stayed up for this live session. So assalamu alaikum, thank you very much for joining us. Inshallah, she has also requested a nasheed, an Urdu nasheed. She requested it some time ago, but for whatever reason I was not able to make that request, fulfill it. So inshallah I will try my best to fulfill the request at the end of this session. So we are going through the rule of idgham. Rule of idgham, as I spoke quite in depth at the start of the session, was when it's a noon sakin, noon with a sukun or a tanween, and after that you have one of 6 letters, ya, ra, mim, lam, waw, nun, and different applications then depending on what letter we are talking about. So let's get straight into it, and we will go to the 4th ayah of Surah Surah Mulk. The 4th ayah of Surah Mulk. What we are looking at, we are looking for a tanween. I'm giving you a hint now. It's a tanween, and after the tanween, you will see a waw. The waw, any letter that comes after this, within this rule, the next letter after the tanween or the nun sakin will have a shadda as well. That's another indication of this rule, that the nun sound has assimilated within the next letter. And within this case, because it's one of the 4 letters, ya, mim, waw, nun, this is waw in this case, then we will also apply ghunna as well. Ghunna being nasal, it sort of generates a nun sound similar, but the nun within the tanween itself has definitely assimilated. There is no nun within that anyway. So without further ado, the 4th ayah of Surah Mulk, and I want you to spot the idgham rule. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير. And towards the end of that, خاسئا وهو حسير. That was the idgham. I'm sure you all have spotted it. There is a tanween followed by a waw, like I said at the start, and so the tanween sound, the nun sound within it, goes into the waw, and you apply ghunna because it's one of the ya, mim, waw, nun. If it was a ra or a lam, then there wouldn't have been any ghunna. And saying that smoothly leads us on to the next ayah, the 5th ayah actually. And this is an example of when the lam follows the nun sakin or tanween. In this case, it's the tanween, and idgham we will not include the application of ghunna. So try to spot the rule. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَّا السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحَ وَجَعَلْنَاهَا رُجُومًا لِلشَّيَاطِينِ وَأَعْتَدْنَا لَهُمْ عَذَابَ السَّعِيرِ. So something that I repeated for emphasis, رُجُومًا لِلشَّيَاطِينِ. رُجُومًا, it has a tanween at the end, 2 fathas, double fatha, double zabar, which is known as tanween. There's an n sound within it, nun sakin, rujuman. But immediately after you have a lam, which has a shadda because of this rule. And so the nun goes into lam, assimilates, becomes within the lam itself. So you do not pronounce the nun. It's not rujuman lishayatin, it's rujuman lishayatin. There is no nun sound remaining. And there is no ghunna being applied also because it belongs to the 2 exceptional letters, ra and lam, which do not, in which case ghunna does not apply. Rujuman lishayatin. Then moving on to the 7th ayah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and we're looking again at a tanween with a waw following it. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إذا ألقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور. That was the tanween, shahiqan, tanween, double fatha again, and then a waw immediately after. And because the waw is from the 4 letters, ya, mim, waw, nun, ghunna also applies. So it's not just shafiqaw. You don't just get rid of the nun and make it into a waw, but you apply ghunna as well. Shahiqan wa hiya tafur. Moving on then to ayah number 11, and this is the fourth example of idgham within this ruku. Again, we're dealing with tanween and lam immediately after. This rule, as you can see, is quite common. It's not as common as the ghunna itself, like we did earlier, but you do see it come quite regularly within the Quran. Either it will be with ghunna or without ghunna, and it is for you to understand which letters apply. You apply ghunna, the four ya, mim, wa, waw, and nun, and which letters you just assimilate and move on. So that was ra and lam. In this case, we're dealing with the lam again. So tanween and the lam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, the 11th ayah. فاعترفوا بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير. فسحقا لأصحاب السعير. And there you can see I repeated it. فسحقا. فسحقا is actually فسحقا. There's two fathas there. Double fatha, which is known as a tanween. End sound is there, suhqan, but lam comes after it, so it goes into the lam, and because it's between lam and ra, there is no ghunna. Those that have been following my previous Surah Rahman series, where I went through the rule of iqlab, they may have seen the iqlab rule within this ayah as well. Just immediately before suhqan, you see bidhanbihim. Bidhanbihim, there is a nun sakin, but it doesn't have ya, ra, mim, lam, waw, nun after it. It has a ba after it, and because it has a ba after it, it comes under the rule of iqlab, where the nun changes into a mim. That's why there is a little mim there, and then the ba comes, so you do ghunna. بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير. Okay then, and moving on to the fifth example, the 14th ayah, the 12th ayah of Surah Mulk, you will see the fifth example of idgham. And if there is any rule of idgham that I have missed, then do point that out of me, inshallah, and we can also go through that within the next session. But I think 5 examples for today is enough to at least understand the rule. So we're looking for a tanween and a waw. Idgham on the 12th ayah. So Bismillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير. مغفرة وأجر كبير. And on that word مغفرة, we're dealing with double dhamma, 2 pesh, which is called a tanween, because you make an end sound, مغفرة, but because a waw comes immediately after, you see it going straight into the waw and idgham being applied. You miss out the nun. You don't say مغفرة wa, you say مغفرة wa, and then you apply ghunna. مغفرة nasal. مغفرة وأجر كبير. There are other rules that have been applying within my recitation, but we will deal with those as we come onto them. Like we did the ghunna first, then we did iqlab, and now we're doing idgham. As we move on to the next rules, we will incorporate all the other rules and we will mention them as well as we go into them. So that was the reading of Surah Mulk. I keep saying Surah Rahman because we've just finished Surah Rahman actually. So that was Surah Mulk, and now we go on to the hadith of Tuhfatul Atfal and the 40 hadith of Mullah Ali Al-Qari in the excellence of the Quran. We are on the 12th hadith, and this hadith is talking about the reward of the person who has recited the Quran in his lifetime, and he also taught the Quran and studied the Quran and then acted upon it, and the reward that he gets in the next life and the reward that his parents are given in the next life. So we spoke about that within the last hadith, which was yesterday on Facebook Live as well. And this hadith further elaborates on the other rewards as well. So just as a recap, because it's quite similar, we spoke yesterday about the parents' reward. The parents' reward of the people who have recited the Quran. The parents of those who have recited the Quran and acted upon it, the parents are given a crown, and the light of that crown is so bright, it is even brighter than the sun, as if the sun was in your homes. If the sun was inside your house, can you imagine how bright your house would be? The light of that crown that the parents are given is even brighter than that. And so the end conclusion is, فَمَا ظَنُّكُمْ بِالَّذِي عَمِلَ بِهَذَا. So what do you think about that person who acts upon this hadith and he starts reciting the Quran and acts upon it? If his parents are given that much reward, then imagine what his reward must be. So this hadith actually goes into what his reward is. So let's, without that was the introduction of the hadith, and now we go into the hadith itself. قال رسول الله sallallahu, alaihi, sallam, من قرأ القرآن وتعلمه وعمل به. So there's three things. One, Messenger sallallahu, alaihi, sallam said, the one who recites the Quran, قرأ القرآن, وتعلمه, and studies it, وعمل به, and then he acts upon it. ألبس يوم القيامة تاجا من نور. He will be crowned on the day of judgment, and that crown would be made out of light. ضوءه مثل ضوء الشمس. The light of that crown will be similar to the light of the sun. ويكسى والديه حلتان لا يقوم بهما الدنيا. That then his parents, والديه, his parents will be robed with such robes, such garments, that those garments are not found within this dunya. They're out of this world garments. Yeah. يكسى والديه حلتان لا يقوم بهما الدنيا فيقولان. So these parents of these children that have been given crowns of light, the parents that have been given the robes, they will say, why are we being robed? بما كسينا فيقولان بما كسينا. Why are we robed? فيقال, and it will be said to them, it will be said, فيقال بأخذ ولدكما القرآن بأخذ ولدكما القرآن, because of the fact that your son took the Quran in his hand. He studied the Quran, and his reward of reciting the Quran and studying it and teaching it and acting upon it, because of the good deeds that he left behind and the way he treated the Quran in his lifetime, he himself has been crowned with a crown made out of light, and you are given robes that are not even found within this dunya. So out of the world, amazing robes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala count us from such parents and count us from such children that recite the Quran also. And then are given the tawfiq to act upon it as well. In conclusion to this live session, as I promised my sister that I will try my best to fulfill her request of the naat that she gave me some weeks ago actually. My throat is a little dry, so do pardon me, inshallah. Sallallahu alaihi ya Rasul Allah wa sallam alayka ya Habib Allah. दिल उल्फत सरकार बसाने के लिए है, दिल उल्फत सरकार बसाने کے لیے ہے جان آپ کی حرمت پہ لٹانے کے لیے ہے دل کہنے لگا کرتے ہی گنبد کا نظارہ دل کہنے لگا کرتے ہی گنبد کا نظارہ یہ نقش تو آنکھوں میں سجانے کے لیے ہے یہ نقش تو آنکھوں میں سجانے کے لیے ہے کتنی بڑی نعمت ہے یہ آقا کا وسیلہ کتنی بڑی نعمت ہے یہ آقا کا وسیلہ بندوں کو جو مولا سے ملانے کے لیے ہے بندوں کو جو مولا سے ملانے کے لیے ہے دل الفت سرکار بسانے کے لیے ہے ہم امتی ان کے ہیں تو کیسے رہے محروم ہم امتی ہیں ہم امتی ان کے ہیں We are the ummah of the beloved Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the most beloved of Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We are his ummati, we are his followers. So how would we remain deprived? This is the meaning of the verse. Hum ummati unke hain to kaise rahe mahroom جب ان کا کرم سارے زمانے کے لیے ہے جب ان کا کرم سارے زمانے کے لیے ہے سرور جو بلاوا نہیں آیا کئی دن سے یہ تیری طلب اور بڑھانے کے لیے ہے Such a beautiful verse where the Sha'ir Sarwar Hussain Naqshbandi Sahib Hafizullah Ta'ala, still current, contemporary Naat Khan, who himself recites his own Naat Khan and Naats that he's written, and he's a student of the great Sheikh and the great poet Muhammad Zuhuri Ali Qasuri Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi, student of Muhammad Zuhuri Ali Qasuri Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi, Sarwar Hussain Naqshbandi, who recited and wrote this kalam so beautifully. In his last verse he says, Sarwar jo bulawa nahi aaya ki din se. This bulawa, this call, this invitation to the blessed lands, Medina Munawwara, we have not received in many days. And this is very relevant to today's time when everyone is in lockdown, travel is banned and there is a restriction on traveling, and people are yearning for Medina Sharif to visit the blessed lands once again. सी सरवर जो बुलावा नहीं आया कई दिन से, ये तेरी तलब और बढ़ाने के लिए है, और बढ़ाने के लिए है. That this reason of separation, one of the many reasons and the wisdoms, is to increase your yearning, to increase the appreciation of such blessed land that is known as Medina Sharif, and the land directly under the green dome in which the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his beloved companions, Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala an and Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala an, they resting under the green dome of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This unanimously, all scholars have accepted that this area under the green dome is even greater in rank than the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even greater rank than Jannah, even greater rank than any part of the creation. Why? Because the best of creation is there. And there is no doubt, there is absolutely no doubt that Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala an and Umar radiallahu ta'ala an are in Jannah right now. Why? Because the area that is in between the house of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is where he's resting right now, in the Hujra of Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, that area which is known as the Rosa Sharif, where under the green dome, between that area and his mimbar, which is known as Riyadul Jannah. Why is it called Riyadul Jannah? It has been made from the gardens of paradise. The gardens from the gardens of paradise. So they are resting within the gardens of paradise. They are in Jannah right now. There is no doubt about this. And this is heaven on earth. If we are looking for heaven on earth, it is in Medina Sharif. ये तेरी तलब और बढ़ाने के लिए है, और बढ़ाने के लिए है. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the tawfiq to once again visit the lands of the Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam and give our salams and our supplications. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq to make supplications in those blessed lands once again. And so with that, I take your ijazah, inshallah. I will meet you most likely in the next coming days. Tomorrow I will probably go back onto Facebook or maybe Instagram. So whichever platform I am on, I will notify you of that beforehand. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thanks for joining me.